The Kursk region has been heavily bombarded by Ukrainian forces, catching Russia off guard. The Ukrainian assault on Kursk involved intense artillery strikes and significant advances across much of the region. In a startling revelation, a captured Ukrainian soldier has disclosed critical details about a planned military operation allegedly orchestrated by the Ukrainian armed forces. The soldier, identified as Baltaratsky Ruslan Nikolaevich, is currently serving with the 80th Airborne Assault Brigade.
On July 28th, we were transported to the forest near the village of Pisky. We stayed there for a week, and after about 4 days of that week, the commander with the call sign Sturge gathered us to provide information. He informed us that we are waiting for the main forces to prepare for an attack on Russia. We are waiting according to the plan.
The soldier revealed that orders were given to shoot Russian soldiers in the legs and to confine them in basements, with explicit instructions not to take any prisoners of war.
First, one brigade will move in, complete its task from one side, and then other brigades will move in and complete their tasks. We are waiting to see how they will handle their tasks. The commander specifically told us that for men, we should shoot them in the legs and throw them into a basement or cellar. If they are armed, they should be shot. There were no specific instructions regarding prisoners of war. Most likely, we should simply not take any prisoners.
A video circulating on social media, allegedly from the battlefield in Kursk, shows Ukrainian forces entering houses and looting. The captured soldier confirmed that looting did occur.
When entering houses, there was definitely looting. We took everything valuable that we could carry away.
In a recent development, Russia has issued a new evacuation order for the Belgorod region, as the Krasnaya Yaruga district fears an incursion by Ukrainian forces. The Russian President Putin has also issued orders to the Russian Defense Ministry to kick out the enemy from territory.
Of course, the main task faces the Ministry of Defense: to kick out, drive the enemy out of our territories, and together with the Border Service, to ensure reliable cover of the state border. The Federal Security Service, together with the Russian National Guard, must ensure the counterterrorism situation and an effective fight against enemy sabotage and reconnaissance groups.
However, the captured soldier confirmed that the Ukrainian army's objective was to advance from Kursk to Belgorod, with the aim of capturing as much territory as possible for potential leverage in future peace negotiations. He described this as Ukraine's last hope.
The goal of our operation, as explained to me, was as follows. Units from Sumy Oblast and other regions are advancing. I remember the 108th and another separate brigade. Our goal is to first reach Kursk, then from Kursk reach Belgorod, to capture as much territory as possible so that during a peace treaty, there would be an opportunity to exchange territories. Among the commanders, we had Sen, Khan, and Archie. These are the call signs of the section commanders. All of them were commanded by someone with the call sign Sturge. He conveyed all this information to us and said that this entire operation is, in fact, Ukraine's last hope.
It looks like Russia has got the hint of the Ukrainian objectives. Putin said in his speech that it looks like Ukraine is looking to improve its negotiating powers in the future.
It appears that the enemy is aiming to improve its negotiating positions in the future. Well, what kind of negotiations can we even talk about with people who launch indiscriminate strikes on civilians, on civilian infrastructure, and try to create threats to nuclear energy facilities? What can you talk to them about?
The soldier also reported hearing communications in English, Polish, and possibly French after crossing into Russia, raising questions about NATO's possible involvement in the operations.
When we crossed the border into Russia at first, I thought it was some interference in the radio, but then I heard speech in English, Polish, maybe even French. It was strange. I didn't understand anything on the radio and asked to repeat, but it was just nonsense. When we had taken our positions, we also went on the air with our superiors, and I heard something in English or something else. There was something about houses, chaos, and I heard some shouting echo.
He concluded his confession by calling the war meaningless, stating that it is just two groups of Russian people killing each other, and urged others to lay down their weapons and abandon the conflict.
In the end, I can say that this is all nonsense. These are all schemes. This whole war is worthless. It's just two Russian peoples killing each other. It needs to end somehow. And guys watching me, end this all. It's better to lay down your weapons and just leave. There's no point in this.
Putin's latest statement looks like the speech has been carved as a perfect response to the confessions of Ukrainian soldiers.
Such actions are undoubtedly pursuing the main military goal of trying to stop our troops' offensive to fully liberate the territories of the Donetsk and Luhansk People's Republics, the territory of Novorossiya. And what is happening on the front lines? What are the results? The pace of offensive operations by the Russian armed forces, volunteers and veterans not only did not decrease, but on the contrary, increased by 1.5 times.
As the conflict continues to escalate, the harrowing accounts from the battlefield underscore the brutal realities of war. The revelations from captured soldiers provide a stark reminder of the human cost and the complexities that fuel this ongoing struggle. While it also hints at some foreign entities' involvement in the conflict, the situation remains grim, as both sides show no signs of backing first.